Good day, my dearest listeners. Today is a great episode, I think, except for the problem that I was forced to use a different mic that I didn't calibrate precisely out of laziness, mostly. Not my guest's fault at all. It was all me. So, a lot of my audio is going to sound very distorted, and I don't know how to fix it, so we're all going to have to deal with it. Oh well. Anyway, thank you all for listening, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
This is We Are Holding the Title Hostage, coming to you live from some random person's house.
Hello. This is my house.
This is her house. With We Are Holding the Title Hostage.
With snow.
That's her name.
I
Ain't
thought
it?
that you should introduce me.
Well, you introduced yourself.
No, you didn't tell me I was going to do that.
Well, you didn't have to. We'll move on to the topic of the day, why don't we? We're going to do a little interview of each other because...
Don't read the questions I wrote, actually.
I don't know the questions you
Okay.
wrote.
Well, you have
Did you send me the
access
doc?
to them. They're in your folder.
Okay.
But you just come up with your own.
Okay.
Let's redo the intro at the end.
Redo it at the end?
Yeah, because then we'll be warmed up.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it all in though, because it's funnier that way. Actually, no, I'll cut it out.
It could be the Bluetooth. What I meant to say was bloopers, but I didn't want to have any awkward silence.
All right.
That's what I think should be like. The goal is no awkward silence.
That is the goal in like sports, because I used to be in radio broadcasting for my school, and I did a couple games where
What
I was
games?
football
Tennis?
games, football games.
Ping pong.
The only one they cared to ping pong,
Yeah, I think you'd be a ping pong guy.
like playing ping pong or being a radio broadcasting guy for ping pong.
Both.
That was an awkward silence. I'm gonna cut that out. Okay.
It was a pause on purpose because I was thinking.
Oh, okay. You were thinking on purpose?
Yes, you have to know the differences.
Well, let's get on to the questions, why don't we?
You first.
Okay. Let me get my list here that I made myself. With my own.
First, here's what I was going to bring up. Is a couple weeks ago, you said you loved the Minecraft movie. Today, we went and saw Minecraft.
Y'all went and saw the Minecraft movie?
So, I thought we could talk about what your favorite parts were.
You know what's crazy? Is me and Kenzie recorded an episode talking about the Minecraft movie like 2 hours ago.
So, you already have
It's
those.
fresh in my memory. But I'll talk about them again.
Okay.
I loved it. My favorite parts were General Chungus. He was funny. I liked the ending where Jack Black and the evil Queen Malboja or whatever. Do you remember her name?
Yeah. No. But I remember her.
Okay. Well, she's like, I have something to tell you.
Yeah,
and then
that was-
Jack Black's like, what is it? And she tries to stab him and he just slaps the knife out of her hand. I thought that was funny. And then she did it 2 more times, and it was funnier every single time. Chicken Jockey was the funniest part. Have you ever seen videos of like people in the theater and like Chicken Jockey comes up and then everybody throws their popcorn around and goes wild?
No.
It's a big thing. It's like...
So, here's what I think about the Minecraft movie. I think I have no prior knowledge
Minecraft?
Well, I have some, but like, why was the chicken jockey part that
Why
great?
would? What do you mean?
Like, why was it enjoyable?
Oh, because the trailers had it. That's it.
So they were just like, "Oh, I've seen this before."
Well, I mean, it was that on top of pretty much the entirety of the trailers and the movie itself was essentially just a massive compilation of Jack Black saying, "Look, it's from Minecraft." Like, flint and steel, the nether. Sorry, that's my alarm.
So you like didn't know what the movie was about?
No.
It was just him saying stuff.
Well, no, I mean, that's pretty much what the movie is. It's just Jack Black announcing Minecraft things. And that's like the entire reason that people go. Because, okay, the movie is one giant shitpost.
See, I think that's why I didn't connect with it.
What?
I don't know. There were some jokes that I laughed at, but I guess there was like inside jokes.
Yeah, you have to know Minecraft a little bit to be able to understand everything that they say.
But then I just thought, I don't know. I have to think about it more.
I would recommend playing Minecraft though, if it seems like something you're into.
I was gonna try. I'm thinking I might be able to do it on the computer better. I tried to do it on the Xbox and I didn't know how to move anything.
Yeah, Xbox is kind of harder.
Or wait, it was a PlayStation.
Even harder. Because all the console versions suck, but the PC version is good. Because they're different.
Oh. Okay, do you have anything else?
I had a whole episode about it, so tune into that,
Yeah.
audience.
Time to move on.
We're going to stop right there for now, and I'm going to say, we're not ending the episode. Don't look at me like that. By the way, this is a brand new thing that we're implementing. In-person interview. This is person-to-person on couch. We're not on couches, but we're in person.
You just have to guess where we are, but it's not a couch.
I'm in somebody's house. Might not be hers, might not be mine.
No. It might be yours.
Yeah. Why don't you look behind that closet door a little bit better next time, buddy? My mom is going to be the only person who's listening to this.
What?
Why don't we announce our sponsor for today's video, W Energy. This video and this podcast are sponsored by W Energy. They have flavors such as the orange cream one and the 2 solo leveling ones that I haven't tried. Solo leveling. I'm going to cut that out. Solo leveling is an anime recently about a guy who is in a video game or something. I don't really know. But they have 2 flavors.
So in my brain, I thought solo leveling was like, it's like a creatine. It's like a slang for a creatine.
I mean, all the characters are like hopped up on steroids. So it's pretty close. How close? Whatever. I'm not gonna make that joke. We're gonna move on. Thank you to W Energy for sponsoring, and use my code. Excuse me. Use my code Dingleberries in the link in the description to get 10% off of any order. That's DINGLEBERRIES. Dingleberries.
I hate that.
You don't like dingleberries?
No.
Neither does my girlfriend.
Therefore, I will not be using the code.
So you don't want to get 10% off of any order, and you don't want to make me a 10% commission based on the amount of money made?
No.
All right. Apparently, I looked at my analytics yesterday, and 35 people clicked on the link, but they didn't buy anything.
Well, how expensive is it?
It's like $40 to buy a thing of powder. That's pretty good.
For how many ounces?
Ounces of powder?
Yes.
I don't know.
That's how you measure how much you're getting.
Well, they should reconsider their decision and give me 20% profit instead. Sorry, Dubby. Thank you for sponsoring the video. We're going to move on now.
Okay, what's your question?
First interview question that I have.
AKA the robots, AKA Elon Musk. Who made AI?
Like the original person who made AI?
Yeah, or like the one we use.
I mean, for, like...
Who made ChatGPT?
I don't know. I think it was some guy named Eric.
Are you making that up?
No. I really do think it was a guy named Eric.
I think ChatGPT is a hard word to say fast.
ChatGPT?
Yeah, because you might say ChatGPT.
Chat cheese? PT?
Yeah.
What if...
It's like something easy to mess up, so when you're talking about it with a bunch of nerds, they'll be like, you messed that up.
I would be the one to say that. But I won't today because we're sponsored by W Energy. Click on the link in the description and use my code Dinkleberries to get 10% off of any order. Please.
Anyway, what's the question?
Okay. So, I understand that you're married, aren't you?
Yes.
How did you and your spouse meet?
So, we met online, which feels shameful to say to the older generation.
I feel like there's a stigma against that because me and there's dogs in here. They're overloading the mic. I'll cut that out. B, what you said?
Okay. Which part? Hey!
It's fine. I can cut all that out.
I think it's an important topic.
It is an important topic. I feel like there's a big stigma against meeting people, like especially romantic partners online.
Yes.
Because it's like, oh, the first impression isn't genuine, and like you didn't meet naturally.
Yeah, and it's like people are like, well, that's not what those apps are actually for.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I just stole his Snapchat off of it, and then I spoke to him, and we talked, and then, you know, it was my birthday.
It was your birthday?
Not on the exact day we met, but I love my birthday.
You love your birthday?
Yeah, because I get to be the center of attention.
Nice. Me too.
So I just would say my birthday was coming up a lot, and so he called me on my birthday and said happy birthday and asked if I wanted to go to lunch. And so we went to IHOP.
Went to IHOP for the first time. Was this your first time meeting in real life?
Yes.
Nice. I met my girlfriend at a Cheesecake Factory.
I thought it was the mall.
Yeah, at the mall.
Did you, like, sit in her booth?
It was close.
Oh, so you, like, saw her?
Yeah.
Sitting there.
Well...
Like, were you eating there?
Yeah.
And she was eating there?
Yeah.
So you
that was
spied her.
well, no, okay. That was the first time us, like, handing out one-on-one. Was that
Did you get cheesecake together?
I got the s'mores galore, which is the best one, by the way.
Isn't it like a chocolate cheesecake?
Yeah, but it's not really cheesecake. It's just like a chocolate pie, and then it's got a bunch of crap ton of marshmallows and stuff on it. It's so good. Graham cracker crust, which is the best pie crust, by the way.
But sometimes Oreo.
Oreo crumb?
Oreo, like, crust.
Yeah, crumb. Oreo
Yeah.
crumb crust.
There's no other kind.
Yeah, you can, like, Frankenstein together a pie crust with broken cookie pieces. I've done it. It's disgusting.
Is he gonna be drinking water like that? Can we hear that?
Maybe. It's fine. I'll fix it in post.
Okay, so...
Now, you can ask me an interview question. I asked you one.
Okay, so this is something I've been thinking about, and it's the new Pope.
The new Pope?
Yes.
Pope Leo the 14th?
Yes. So, the main question is, he's supposed to be, like, appointed by God, right?
Indeed. That is the idea of the Pope.
But then people are like, why would he get elected? But if he was always supposed to be the Pope from God, why are people, like, dissing him?
I mean, honestly, I don't know if I can talk about my opinions on Catholicism.
Catholicism.
Catholicism, that one. I don't know if I could talk about my actual opinions on it. But
I don't really have any.
I have some, but I think that, yeah, it is kind of weird that they don't trust the newly appointed Pope. He hasn't even done anything yet, and they're like, get him off!
Yeah.
Get him off the throne!
I think that's... Something I don't like about where it looks like society is going is no respect for tradition.
I mean, I can see that, because, like, a lot of traditions are restrictive on a lot of things. Like, specifically, the tradition... I mean, there are some examples of traditions that people are, like, nowadays it's an exception to see, are abstinence. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
I was just
making
thinking
sure.
about
I'm just making
how
sure.
it was a tradition.
It was a tradition. It's rooted in Christian beliefs.
Are we talking about just Christian tradition?
No, I mean,
Yeah.
that's from the one example I named, sure. Abstinence. We also got having to ask the person you plan to marry, asking their father for permission.
Yeah.
I think that's really scary.
So you don't want to do it?
I will, just because I think it's the right thing to do for me personally.
Yeah.
All my beautiful viewers out there don't have to do it. Sponsored by W Energy, by the way.
So maybe what you're saying is you should be on W
What?
when you ask.
What do you mean?
What is there like a
Like I should have a shirt?
no?
Like,
Like you should be
Like
like
the conversation
you
is
should
sponsored?
be on energy drink.
Like I should
Like to give you
I should be hopped
courage.
up on W.
Yeah, to give you courage.
That's not a bad idea. I'll think about it. I'll hype myself up with W Energy by now. 10% off with Dingleberries, the code.
So maybe I should come up with a fake name.
A fake name?
Yeah, I've actually thought about this before.
Like one that you give to like the Starbucks people?
Well, so it could be my name in the interviews.
So do you want me to replace?
No.
Okay.
People can know.
Okay, I'm just asking because its privacy is important.
Yes. HIPAA.
I don't know what that is.
You don't?
Hypocrisy.
No. HIPAA, Health Information
Protection
Policy Act. It might be.
Agency. Hippo. Gloria the Hippo. Gloria from Madagascar.
Moodang. I think my favorite famous hippo. I don't think.
How many famous hippos are
I
there?
don't think I know that it's Moodang.
Okay.
So there's Moodang, Gloria.
From Madagascar, naturally.
Who else? That rhino in.
Rhino.
You know.
Rhino.
They're close.
The famous hippo.
Close enough. Who else? There has to be someone else.
I don't know. I'll look it up. Famous.
But okay, if we're thinking about that rhino that has all the armor on.
From what?
I don't know. I thought you could help me out.
That has all the armor on?
Yeah.
I mean, from like Kung Fu Panda?
Yes!
Okay, there's Master Roaring Rhino from Kung Fu Panda 2 who gets killed by Shen.
Wait.
Shen in the opening. He's
Yeah.
like, you are no match for
So
our
I
Kung Fu.
think that it's the latest one because we watched Kung Fu Panda 4
Ew.
on the plane to
Gross.
come here.
Gross movie.
But I think that guy's in there.
So
So do you think there's a hippo on there?
hold on. Kung Fu.
And obviously there's Moto.
I mean, of course. I like them big. I like them round.
I thought it was
Never mind.
chunky.
I like them big.
I know.
I like them
Stop.
round. I like them chunky. Or something, something. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda hippo. There are hippos in the TV shows. There are 2 shows of Kung Fu Panda. Did you know that?
No.
There's one named Kung Fu Panda Legends of Awesomeness by Nickelodeon in like 2011 or something. I used to watch that show. It's pretty cool, actually.
How old were you in 2011?
6. 5 and then 6.
That's kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy.
Because while I was dealing with, like, on the brink of middle school, you were 5.
I was just getting into kindergarten. I was just gaining consciousness.
That's crazy.
It is kind of crazy. It's like sometimes I feel weird hanging out with a bunch of like 22 plus year olds
Yeah.
because I'm not even 20 yet. Still got 2 more months.
It's kind of crazy because I think it's because I feel 19 still. Partly. Yeah. And I feel like when I was 19, I felt like I was like 15 still. So to me, it doesn't seem like that big of a difference. And I feel like we have similar senses of humor.
I'd say so, yeah.
But you are younger than me.
Uh-huh. Quite.
Because you're like 5. Like, in this conversation, you're 5 and I'm 11.
I guess that's one way to put it.
Proportionally.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense in my mind. Proportionally. So,
Who's your favorite 22 plus year old friend? Who are your 22 plus year? Is the first time you met these friends here?
no, I have other friends at home.
Oh. That are 22 plus years old?
Yeah. I don't like to pick favorite friends.
Well, I didn't really mean for you to pick.
Okay. Because I have like 15, 22 plus year old friends. I'm cool with the old people. I'm not calling you old, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I just thought you
If I was 5 and you were 11, I would call you old. But
it's proportional.
that's only proportionally. We're not talking proportionally right now.
Okay. Your turn.
Okay. Would you rather go 20 years in the future and stay there, or would you rather go 20 years in the past and stay there?
Would I turn 4 years old?
No, you would you would be 4 years old. So you would be, but you would
I'd
have
have
all
to
your
do everything again.
Yeah, you would have all your memories from now. You'd just be 4 years old, which would be kind of overwhelming.
It would be so terrible.
It would. I mean, yeah, because there's like certain topics.
I don't want to redo that.
Yeah, me neither, honestly. I mean,
but I also don't want to miss 20 years.
No, you remember it.
You remember the 20 years when you go into the future that you didn't do? I don't like that.
But you did do it.
But
you're just like fast forwarding.
No. I don't, because then it's like you didn't really do it.
That's a philosophical debate for another day. Which one would you do?
And I have to stay there.
Yeah. What do you think you'll be doing in 20 years?
Well, that's a good question, because if my husband is going to be in the army that long, then we would be out of the army. I would never have been in the army, but we would...
Me neither. It's kind of crazy.
Wait, what?
What?
You are.
I mean, yeah, but it wouldn't be if I was... We're not going to get into the why I'm in the army right now. That's a topic for another... It's actually... I'm working on a script for it.
Oh.
It's big.
That's a serious...
It's a big... Yeah, it's going to be a serious episode.
So... Our plan is to have land...
Where?
Arkansas. Close to family, except I kind of think that my family is gonna... I hope they don't, but they might move, because, like, my dad talks about retirement and wanting to move somewhere for retirement, but I don't really know. And my brothers, they'll be older. But, yeah, so my plan is to have that and have a nice house, and it'd be kind of crazy because if I have kids soon, they'll be graduating high school. That's insane.
That's a kind of crazy thought to have.
But I would have a bunch of dogs.
How many?
So we have to keep in mind the costs.
Dogs are very expensive.
Yes. so it depends on how rich we are.
Do you want to have other animals?
Yes. I want horses. I want a bearded dragon.
Bearded dragons are so cool.
Cats.
You want what?
Cats.
Oh, I thought you said hats. I have my stepdad, one of his friends from high school. We used
Has
to go.
a hat.
We used. I'm sure he does, but we used to go to his house a lot.
Try on his hats.
He had a bearded dragon that he named Hitler. So I think that's pretty funny.
No.
But he's cool.
So,
he had a little mustache.
Of what?
It was
Scales?
like a deformation of like spikes. Because a bearded dragon, normally the spikes are like around its head. He had a couple right here. It was funny.
Do you think he was genetically modified?
By whom?
The lab.
The lab. Whose lab?
PetSmart.
PetSmart has a lab for a Nazi agenda.
Yeah, they were doing some experiments in there.
To turn animals into Hitler. The bearded dragon escaped.
No, they sold it. It wasn't supposed to go into inventory, but it did.
I think that's a topic for another day. The Nazi agenda of PetSmart.
Yes.
Okay,
You could get any of them.
What?
Wait, what were you saying?
I was going to say it's your turn to ask me a question.
Oh, you're done with this?
I mean, I could go on, but I won't.
Okay. What do you think about Martha Stewart?
Hold on.
Do you know who she is?
Yeah, I'm just
Do you?
responding to an email.
Are you asking ChatGPT?
No. She was on Two Broke Girls?
I don't know.
She was.
You don't know who Martha Stewart is?
I don't. I've
You
seen her.
really
I've
don't?
seen her, but I don't know what she does.
Okay, she hangs out with Snoop Dogg. Recently. Okay.
She's 82 years old.
Yeah.
She hangs out with Doggy Dog?
Yes. And they have like a lighter, like
A
lighter.
brand of lighters?
I mean, they're Bic.
They're
own
like, Bic?
No, they don't own Bic, but like they partner with Bic because
Oh, like we partner with W Energy.
Yes.
Click the link in the description and use code Dingleberries to get 10% off any order.
Yeah. So we watched a documentary though. AKA, I made us watch the documentary about Martha Stewart, and she like started out as the first like. I don't know if it was the first, but she was like very popular about like women's homemaking. Like
Homemaking?
Yeah, like making it cool, like those magazines with like how to bake cakes, like how to decorate your
Like the $10,000 billion homes.
No, it's more like how to make a wreath for Christmas or how to decorate your table for Easter.
$10,000 billion.
For your house?
Yeah. I'd go above and beyond. I'd have all my Easter eggs made out of diamond. If I had $1,000 billion.
I think But how many Easter eggs would you do?
At
Is that
least-
where your money would be? Like everyone would be like, "What? Where is your money? Is it in the?"
I don't know.
is
You
it
gotta
in-
find them.
Yeah, is it in the bank? And it's like, no.
I mean, if you go catch some eggs in the backyard, I mean, the Easter bunny, he left some special gifts. How much do you think an egg made of diamond is worth?
How big?
An egg.
It's by the carat. But you know,
Wait,
it's also by the
so, like,
clarity.
What does carat mean, though?
It's
Is that
like
weight?
an amount.
An amount?
Yeah.
So, like,
I'm assuming it's a measurement. of not weight, but like length times width
Diameter?
times height.
Diameter.
But there could be square ones. So area, surface area,
If it's a-
cubic.
If it's a
Square
3D, if it is a 3D space, it is a cubic area.
So a caret could mean cubaric
Cubaric.
area.
Nice.
Carat.
I'll look up how much does an egg made of diamond
Are you looking it up in
cost?
Chat GPT?
No.
Because it lies.
Do you know how I don't use ChatGPT for everything? He does. The dog. An egg-sized diamond can be sold for up to $30.6 million.
But there's so many factors.
But it looked like a small egg.
Yeah, because
I want
like,
an ostrich egg sized.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what size egg?
Ostrich egg. I gotta tell you a little story. Actually,
Okay.
it's not. It's not what you think.
It's not about ostriches.
Well, it is about ostriches.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this episode is going to have to be over. Yeah, we're going to make this a 3-part series just because we have so much content waiting to be burst out. But it's not ready yet. And also, I'm trying to milk this content for all it's worth. We're sponsored by W Energy, by the way. Click the link in the description to use code DINKLEBERRIES to get 10% off of any order. Thank you. And I love you, Mom.